Well, that is the game for the Yakuza Kiwami 3. Boy, now the question becomes, where does that fit in the list? Let's find out. I will definitely say there's a lot of good with this game. Oh boy. I have to go from bottom to top usually. To be like, it's better than this, it's better than this, it's better than this. So, better than Dead Souls. Better than the original 3. Better than 5. I have a soft spot for 4, but I think it's better than 4. I think it's better than 6, personally. I also think it's better than Ishin. So that puts it into the top 10. Is it better? Is it better than the original Lad? I will say it's better than Pirate Yakuza, which by default puts it above Like a Dragon. Is it better than the first Judgment? Boy. Right now, I don't think it's better than The Man Who Erased This Dam. I mean, I definitely don't think it's better than Lost Judgment. So, I have it either placing at 7th or 8th in the list. Which would put it... Oh boy. I have to put Kiwami 3 separate from Dark Ties because I haven't actually done Dark Ties yet. And it's technically a separate thing. I think it's better than Judgment. So I think I'm placing it at 7th. And here's a lot of the reasons why. 1, fighting so much more fun. Now, granted, I used a lot of the Ryukyu style. Partially because you can get through blocks a lot more easy. And it was also very easy to get through mobs. Now, doing that makes it a whole lot easier. Not to mention the fact that the everything is just money based for your upgrades for the most part. So like you could get very over leveled in terms of your strength or your attack and your health very easily, which is what I did. And I believe bumping it up to a harder difficulty doesn't really change anything. Now, it felt good because there is something that's just like, it is really fun to kind of just do spin to win on the ads. But I want to say that fight with Mine was actually very fun. The fight with Richardson was not frustrating with the guns. I was able to actually like be locked into the story a lot more and follow Mine's story a lot more. So like now I understand a lot why so many people really like Mine as the enemy of the game. Because I remember still being confused by the end of the game of original 3. I'm just like, why is this happening? It just kind of felt weird. But like you can kind of understand it when you actually pay attention. I personally don't understand. Like so I somewhat understand why the voice actors got swapped out for some characters. From my understanding is there were less than favorable things that they have done. But I don't understand why the character models had to change, because they weren't based on real people, as far as I remember. So, like, that part's weird. Like, if they were based on a real person or based on their voice actor, yeah, okay, I get that. It becomes really hard because you have to try, to me, I kind of have to try and get everything as an overall score, but I also have to think in my head of like, what was story, what was side content. Again, I love 3 for how much it focuses on the kids and like Morning Glory. Like, I think that's super important because it's a huge deal for Kiryu. It's a big part of like why he is who he is. So being able to do a lot more with the kids, I feel like here, I think is super important. Being around Ryukyu, I think was also very interesting. I'm glad that Cabaret wasn't there, at least in that form. However, I do miss that there was no Cabaret at all. I feel like that's something that could have just been lifted from like 1 or whatever, but it's not the most important thing. The Gal Gang stuff was kind of It's cool. Again, it's cool to see the interactions between everyone, but the actual gameplay was kind of middling. But I'm glad they did a Kiwami 3. I'm gonna shut up now for a second. What are they retconning towards? What are they retconning towards? I don't. I'm trying to explain what I saw in that scene without giving spoilers, because there are probably going to be some people who are going to watch this review or watch this on the Blurry Game Reviews channel who don't have the full context. All they now know is that something was retconned. I'm extremely curious because the way that that scene ended ended very differently. Not just like kind of differently, but very differently from what the base Yakuza 3 ended. So what are they trying to do? I think I need more people to bounce the ideas off of. Huh. Anyway, I still I don't think that changes the ranking at all. I still think that it sits at 7. I still think it is better than Judgment, but doesn't get past Man Who Erased His Name. I think I like that game a little too much. And I know it's short. It's a guiding game. It's basically going to be like what Dark Ties is going to be. So that's crazy. Okay. I think all right. I'm curious about what's probably going to happen after this. But as for like the extra little piece of information, I'm glad they did it. I said it before that I don't think they did a good job in 3 really explaining why Mine is so enamored with Daigo. So I'm glad they've now explained it, and now also like really got to a point where Mine's a little more fleshed out, and for the fans of Mine, it makes me happy to see that that's at least been it's better. Fighting style, really enjoy his fighting style. It's super smooth. And I'm trying to fix something real quick as well. There. So I will say, like, the Hell's Arena, the Hell Gauntlet, or whatever the hell it's called, the survival hell, I don't think it was necessary. It wasn't that big of a thing. But it was a good way to make some money. Even though I really didn't use the money for upgrades or anything. Like, I just kind of fed it back into doing all the upgrades for the Hell Arena stuff. I understand if you're gonna play as Mine. I understand that you need the whole Kanda story. Kanda's a prick, essentially. The whole him speaking in the platitudes of, like, you have to, like, if we're gonna be brothers, you have to stick your neck out for me. He didn't really say it the other way around. And it becomes a well-deserved thing once all is said and done. But in terms of this, I was surprised that it was 3 chapters. I thought it was 5. I knew it wasn't going to be a full-length game, but I did think it was going to be longer. Like I said, I appreciate the expansion on Mine's story and, like, why he's doing what he's doing. The thing that I'm curious about them showing after credits, I'm hoping, is more about what we saw at the end of the Kiwami 3. The Kiwami 3 story, the credits. Like, are we going to get a different perspective of what, like, how he's alive? I hope we do, because how did he survive? But this is a good song, but I think the biggest props I can give for this is the fighting felt so good. It felt smooth. Combos felt good. I kind of wish I could do a little more grabbing versus just the immediate throw. But he felt very good to fight as. And the story that was told with Daigo, I think, was good. It makes me understand why he was so enamored with him initially. I think it is still kind of missing the why he's so ready to turn on him at the end. I know he kind of lists the concept of, like, he's not alive, like he's attached to a bunch of hoses and wires, like that's no way to live, like he's as good as dead, and he's trying to put him out of his misery. And it's like, that I don't think, like, that is a way to look at that. And for someone who is so, like, analytical that he is, I could see him doing that. But to also just be ready to kill, like, I guess him stopping at the bar kind of changed his mind a little bit. But if Kiryu didn't show up, what would have happened? Would he have had a true change of heart? Or would he have just killed Daigo? The world will never know. But I'm glad they added it. I'm glad it's short. It's a little, like, additional storyline. And it makes Mine more intriguing, especially as the bad guy in 3. Really, in the end, it kind of ends up being that Black Monday, or Richardson in general, is actually the true bad guy. So yeah, I think I just kind of wish there was a little more story around the transition between him being so enamored with him, and then when he's in the hospital and, like, ready to kill him, because they didn't really touch on that. Like, they had the meeting, they had him, like, drinking during the toast, and then basically, like, jump cut to him in the car and be like, I will have to kill Daigo. It's like, what? That's a stretch.